Okay, so now these are some of the pieces that I picked up there as well, and I'm looking to make the bottom tray, which would be tray number 1. Now this is a cool piece of wood. That's that, I think they call it, it's getting close to the heart, the center of that sunken cypress, and it's got the sizes that I need, but it's really not thick enough. I'm only getting a dimension of 7/8 on that. I'd like to have thicker. This one I get even worse, but what's happening here is that they're also got quite a bit of a bow to them. So I'm going to save those for something else. And then I have this other piece, which is really cool, but that one is even thinner yet. And so for tray 1, that will not work. That's only 5/8. That's only about 5/8. So I'm going to set that aside. So what I did end up with here, and this I think is going to work. And again, this is a knockdown construction. So if one of these pieces doesn't work, I don't have to scrap the whole thing, because I can keep the other pieces by just taking it apart and putting it back together again. I'm going to be using a special knockdown method that I use, but I wanted that tray to be at least 10 inches deep. So I've got 10 inches here. I'm gonna, I don't mind the front edge being a little off. It's not, this was cut probably with a chainsaw, who knows, a while back. And I'm gonna go to 11 inches, just give myself a little bit of space. And then I've got a width of 11, which will work out quite well actually, because this is basically going to sit up there kind of like that, and they're pretty close to the same width. That's close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades, right? And that's what's basically going to happen. It's going to be something like that. So I think that's going to work, and so I'm going to go to 11 inches, and then that's going to be our cut. Okay, so there's a couple things going on with this. By the way, this is almost an inch thick, not quite. It was cypress, but he said it came out of an old house. As you can see, there's nail holes in it, and there's some more nail holes here. So it's reclaimed out of a house, and it's cypress, and it has bug holes in it. You can see here where some stuff got in it. That's that algae or something that gets inside. And then it actually still has the shells of bugs right in it. You can see that? And I'm going to keep those in there. Those are kind of cool. So I'm going to seal those in. The other thing I have to be careful of is that I don't hit nails or old nails with the saw. So I'm kind of watching where my blade is here. I'm going to miss that. And all I can do, I don't have a metal detector, all I can do is hope that I don't have any nails in there. And I'm going to do 2 cuts because the capacity of the saw can't handle the one, so I'm going to cut as far as I can, and then I'm going to use that as my measuring device to set up the second cut. So there we go. I could use that side as my surface, or I can use that side as my surface, and we'll decide. I think what I am going to do, I have to be careful that I go with strength as far as this breaking, and so I'm going to be careful on the orientation. I'll cover that later. That bug came out of the hole. That's how buggy this wood is. It's funny.